Hello everyone. In this video, we will recommend the top 10 best bad boy, good girl romance movies from 1999 to 2020. So, let's get started the list. Number 1. Cruel Intentions. Director, Roger Kumble. Catherine Mertoy and Sebastian Valmont are seductive, manipulative step-siblings who get what they want when they want it. Catherine makes a bet with Sebastian. Sebastian must bed Annette, daughter of the headmaster at their school, before the end of summer break. Annette has stated that she would wait until love and marriage to sleep with a man. If Catherine wins, she gets Sebastian's vintage 1959 Jaguar Roadster. If Sebastian wins, he gets Catherine, the only girl he knows he'll never have. Number 2. Save the Last Dance. Director, Thomas Carter. Sarah wants to be a dancer, but her dreams are cut short by the sudden death of her mother. She moves in with her father, who she has not seen for a long time. He lives on the other side of town, in a predominantly black neighborhood. She gets transferred to a new school where she is one of the few white students there. She becomes friends with Chenille, and later, falls in love with Chenille's brother, Derek. Number 3. A Walk to Remember. Director, Adam Shankman. In Beaufort, North Carolina, a prank on a student goes wrong and puts him in the hospital. Landon, a popular student with no plans for the future, is held responsible and forced to join after-school, community service activities, which include starring as the lead in the play. Participating in these activities is Jamie Sullivan, the Reverend's daughter who has great ambitions and nothing in common with Landon. When Landon decides he wants to take his activities seriously, he asks Jamie for help and begins to spend most of his time with her. He starts to like her, which he did not expect to happen. Number 4. She's the Man. Director, Andy Fickman. Viola Hastings is in a real jam. Complications threaten her scheme to pose as her twin brother, Sebastian, and take his place at a new boarding school. She falls in love with her handsome roommate, Duke, who loves beautiful Olivia, who has fallen for Sebastian. As if that were not enough, Viola's twin returns from London ahead of schedule but has no idea that his sister has already replaced him on campus. Number 5. Step Up. Director, Anne Fletcher. Tyler Gage is a reckless young street criminal who finds himself caught in a vicious circle of trouble after he and his friends shatter an auditorium at a college of fine arts. The judge sentenced him to community service in the affected school. He wants nothing to do with the students at first, until he meets a beautiful dancer who is willing to give him a chance. Against all odds, Tyler ends up in her world and discovers that he also has talents for dancing. Number 6. Keith. Director, Todd Kessler. Natalie has it all. Yearbook editor, scholarship to college, star athlete, reigning social queen. Then Keith enters her life, secretive and enigmatic. He slowly lures her from her comfort zone. The more Keith holds back, the more Natalie becomes intrigued with figuring him out. In her head, she's determined to keep him at arm's length, but in her heart she can't resist him. As Natalie's world slowly unravels, both their lives are changed forever in this powerful love story. Number 7. I Love You, Beth Cooper. Director, Chris Columbus. When Dennis Cooverman gives the commencement speech at his graduation, his friend tells him to let it all out, so he proclaims his love for head cheerleader Beth Cooper and says things about everyone in the graduating class as well as some other people. Later Beth confronts him and he invites her to his graduation party. To his surprise, she and 2 of her friends actually do show up, but so do some of the people he offended with his speech, wanting to tear him apart. One of them is Beth's boyfriend, who has just dumped him. Number 8. Don't Let Me Drown. Director, Cruz Angeles. Don't Let Me Drown is essentially about 2 Latino teens from Brooklyn. Lalo and his friend are living in a changed New York. Just 1 month after the September 11th attacks, he meets Stephanie at a birthday party and starts to spend time with her, slowly falling in love. The story follows their own relationship struggles, involving parental issues and emotional pressure. Lalo's father used to work as a janitor at the World Trade Center but is now helping clean up, Stephanie lost her sister and now her father struggles to keep his cool. It's a fairly simple story that's executed well. Number 9. After. Director, Jenny Gage. Tessa Young is a dedicated student, a dutiful daughter, and a loyal friend to her high school boyfriend. She enters her first year of college with great ambitions for her future. She lives a controlled life with a strong sense of who she is and who she should be. Her guarded world opens up when she meets the dark and mysterious Hardin Scott, with his messy brown hair, snooty British accent and copious tattoos. Hardin is the wild, brooding rebel that Tessa would normally shun, and she does, until she finds herself with him late one night, drawn by his magnetic energy. Number 10. After We Collided. Director, Roger Kumble. Tessa has everything to lose. Hardin has nothing to lose. Except her. After We Collided, life will never be the same. After their relationship gets off to a tumultuous beginning, Tessa and Hardin are on the path to making things work. Tessa knows Hardin can be cruel, but when a bombshell revelation is dropped about the origins of their relationship, and Hardin's mysterious past, Tessa is beside herself. Hardin will always be Hardin.